Welcome to PBKC Streaming Live. Streaming Live. Streaming live, West Palm Beach, Florida.
All right, hello everybody, and welcome. Thank you for tuning in to our Thursday $150 buy-in 3K guarantee pot limit Omaha tournament. I'm Matt F, and joining me is the Indomitable.
I'm also Matt F.
No,
No,
he's definitely
I'm
Terry.
I'm Terry.
All right, so we're gonna go right over to the table here at the Action Palace. All right, we are experiencing some audio issues with the table talk, so we might have to mute that for you guys.
Well, it's already muted for them. Yo,
So,
what's up, Chief? How we doing, buddy?
Yeah, we're gonna see if we can't fix it.
No, it's fixed. They don't hear it. No, I'm serious. They don't hear it. Only we hear
No,
it.
I know about, but so we can get the table talk. I'm not sure we can do anything. Lucky for us, that's all Josh, who's almost always watching,
Almost.
may be able to give us some input on that. Meanwhile, we've got our first hand here. Bruce, the good doctor, he's in for 1K. We're starting off with blinds 500, 1,000 with a 1,000 big blind ante. We've also got a couple of mystery hands.
Mysterious. Welcome, everybody. We're down to our final three tables for today. We had a total of, I want to say, 37, 38 entries today. What was it? 38? Yeah, we had 38 entries today. We are going to be playing down to a winner. For those of you that don't know the format, this is pot limit Omaha. You will get 4 cards. You must play 2. Registration is closed. First place should be roughly, let's see if we got 4, 6, 6, pretty close to like 1,800, I'd say. I don't know because we don't have the final figures, but if I had to guess. I got a couple of local pros at the table. They've been playing our PLO tournament for quite a few months now. And it is a 3K guarantee?
Yes, 3K guarantee.
Yeah, we've been crushing that, though, every Thursday.
Yeah, it got pretty shattered.
So if you guys are interested in either learning the game or finding a pretty solid tournament, PLO tournament day, Thursday's a really good day to come play. It's a $150 buy-in, and like we said, 3K guarantee, but we usually crush that, and first place usually hovers around, anywhere from 15 to 2K, so...
So for anybody who might be new, give them the tutorial about PLO. Or I will. Oh, okay.
Yep.
I couldn't hear me in my headset. I know it was on because I'm tracking on the readout, but okay.
Does Rob have
Quads? Yes, he does.
And a straight.
And a straight. Indeed, he does. Bruce has.
He has to show it, right?
He has
to show it, right? Of course he does.
Well, he doesn't have to, but.
No, but some people
you get
just
quads,
know.
yeah.
Some people
I mean,
you just know they have to show the quads.
I'm not a big fan of giving out info, but dude, when you get quads.
Yeah, we don't know when that's coming around again.
Yeah, that's a show.
Boo.
Well, you turned it back up. Why'd you do that?
Because I couldn't hear myself.
All right. The biggest difference between Omaha and Hold'em, besides the betting limits, each player is dealt 4 whole cards, and you must use 2. You cannot use 3. You cannot use 1. Unlike Hold'em, where anything can play, one card, both your cards, the board. Two from your hand must play.
The board will never play in Omaha.
Ever, ever. Really? After what you just saw, Dave? Pocket queens and he insta-folds?
I don't think that's ever really a fold anyway. I mean, especially in this game where people are calling, I feel like.
Right.
I mean, that's.
I just watched that last guy flop trips and turn quads. So I'm definitely hanging out for a flop at least.
Pretty strong hand. So it looks like Mike's got 2 pair. Bruce with a pair, Jeremy with a pair, and
Mike's
an open
got
ender.
2 pair.
Oh, Jeremy's got a monster. He's got the nut flush draw too.
Mike's got 2 pair and the open-ended straight.
Kind of surprised Mike called here. There's no real turn that he's gonna like unless it's a 9 or an 8. Omaha is a bit of a drawing game. I mean, you could flop the nuts and, rarely will it hold up just because there's so many possibilities, especially on a connected board like that. I don't think I'm ever calling bottom 2 on a flop like that, but
no.
But Mike's a Yankees fan, so, I get it.
Been a while since they won one, but I can't really talk smack. Being a Marlins fan, so a lot longer for us and a lot of losing in between.
Depending on the PLO tournament that you see, there's usually going to be a lot of pot size raises, but there's not too many seasoned PLO players in these tournaments, so you're going to see a lot of soft playing. You're seeing a lot of calls, people not really knowing where they're at, but just like in any Hold'em tournament, you really should be raising pre-flop to be getting your mediocre hands out of there. But for those of you watching right now, you're going to see a lot of, I don't know if you call it soft play, but I guess that's kind of what it is. There's going to be a lot of calling, a lot of seeing flops. But if you're trying to get better at the game, a lot of these hands, A, shouldn't be in there to begin with, or B, should be raising just to be getting hands out. And a lot of people don't realize how much of a bluffing game this is. I mean, there's a lot of situations where you don't have to have the nuts. As I say it, Dave hits the nuts.
Dave hits the nuts.
But you don't have to have the nuts.
Oh, he slow plays it.
No, I love it. I love it. I don't know if I love it into Gary, but, the nuts still stay the nuts. You got to bet it at this point.
We don't know what Gary has, but worst case scenario, it's a chop.
I don't think he has the nuts either.
Right. Dave cannot lose. He can only tie.
Wow, he did have a set of aces. Wow, Dave should have bet the turn.
Yeah.
He had the second nuts. How are neither one of them betting on the turn? Obviously Gary was right to check behind.
They're trying to prove your point. You were saying soft play, and they're like, well, Terry said that, so I guess we gotta play this one a little softer, just so the people know what he's talking about. And Chief, to address your concerns, we're doing something kind of new-ish that we kind of picked up during the Moneymaker Tour. Starting the live stream a little early, just so everyone can get their notifications. A couple extra minutes to, get a snack, get a drink, whatever it is, so they can sit down and be ready to enjoy some poker action at the Action Palace. Table's a little short. This is not a final table. This is a feature table. We're going to bring you feature to final today. I think we had 21 players remaining when we started the stream. So there'll be a couple empty chairs for a little while. All right, it's the blinds and a couple of limpers this round. Ace 6, 7. 2 pair for Rob. 2 pair for Bruce, only not as good. And we do not know what Airborne and Gary have. Rob's got top 2. Yeah, I'm always nervous raising with 2 pair in Omaha.
Yeah, but when
and it snapped all in, so we didn't know what Airborne had. We're going to find out now, though. It looks
he has all the overs for a better 2 pair, and that's one of them.
Yep, A's and J's now.
He's got the flush draw, too, behind it.
And I don't see a king 10 out there in anybody's hand, so 2 per.
2 per.
An unusual one gets this one, and Airborne's going to double up.
Yeah, I think Airborne was just too short stacked to fold at that point in the game.
I mean, at 9K left after that.
Yeah.
He,
yeah, if the board's not paired, there's no
move.
straight draw, no flush draw. I mean, we're getting it in there. And hope to hit a jack, which, in fact, he did. Do we have enough wires around here?
We have all of the wires. So be careful not to kick one.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right, here we see our chip counts. Just at our featured table, of course. I believe we started off at 7 per table when we started the live stream. J's are for Jeremy.
Now, see right here, Mike should be raising. You should be raising with a hand like this instead of letting all of the rags to riches hands in there.
Right.
We just ace, king, 7, 9 with a suited ace is more than enough hand to be potting here, and chances are he'd probably win the pot.
5-handed.
He might get a call from jacks, but I mean, nobody else is calling. Airborne's flush draw is not in there. Queens aren't going to be in there. You're probably going to take this one down on the flop too. So.
Turn card. Is that another queen?
It sure is.
So 3 queens for Airborne. And he's betting it.
As he should. A couple of flush draws out there, but with a paired board, most people aren't going to stick around to find out unless it's the nut flush draw.
We do not know what Gary has, and it's Airborne against Gary here. They are similarly stacked.
You think Gary's got a queen or a flush draw?
Ooh. And this is what we talked about earlier. That is not a full house for Airborne. And Hold'em it would be, but Gary, what do you have? You got some 10s over there? You being sneaky?
Nah, I think he's got a flush. He does, in fact, have a flush. Man, I'm good at this.
I'm like, we muted it. I don't know if we can do anything else.
It's definitely nothing to do with back there. It's something.
Okay. Because that was going to be my next question.
Maybe a
Like,
wire.
is anything James
It's gotta
can
be
do
something.
back there? No, I don't think so. But just figured I'd ask.
It's the table audio.
Yeah, it's a table.
The table audio is like really scratchy. We don't do anything up there, right? Something's got to do something down here, right?
It's probably something Josh has to look at.
You don't know if any of the wires need to be like plugged in or unplugged and put back in or anything.
I don't. I know this thing has happened multiple times. I know Josh always investigates it. Like I literally.
Right. Okay, that's fine.
All right, cool. Thanks.
And if you could play more than 2 cards in Omaha, Bruce would have such a marvelous hand. I mean, it's still not bad, but Jeremy raised with the queens. Ooh, Gary with aces. Yeah, he's going to play. All right, so we got Bruce's 4 cards straight against Jeremy's queens and Gary's aces with a suited ace. And Bruce has flopped a straight with those straight cards. He got 2 pair and a 5. So right now he's got a straight to the 9 with his 6-8. And he can boat up. So Bruce is all in.
I mean, that's why you got to love a hand like 6, 7, 8, 9 is that
Right.
when you smash, you smash. I mean, you're not only are you flopping the straight, but you have,
Right. The only thing that could make it better pre-flop is if he was double suited instead of just one suit. But
Sure.
it's
But on a flop like that, I mean, it's a rainbow
I
flop.
mean,
You're not worried about flush
nails
draws.
it,
You're not
yeah.
worried about the board pairings. If the board pairs, then you have the nuts as well. So, I mean, there's no.
Bruce is like, come get it.
Gary's got backdoor, but he folds. Jeremy has just a pair of queens at this point. He could go runner better straight, but I mean that's a lot to worry about, especially with a guy like Bruce going all
Right.
in. Like if Bruce is going all in, you got
Running queen paired
Right.
board.
Sure,
That's,
sure. That's a pipe dream.
Yeah, that's very slim odds. Probably why the percentages say 87 to 13. It's roughly 7 to 1. And Bruce shows it. I know it's fun to flop a straight on a rainbow board, Bruce, but you could have let him wonder a little bit, right?
I mean, I guess.
A little bit. I mean, it's not like the quads we saw earlier. The quads, I understand, it'd be like, dude, check it out, guys. I got quads.
I mean, with Bruce there, I don't even know if Bruce is shoving right there with like a set of 5s. Like that's almost
Right.
always the nuts, maybe a set of 9s. But I mean, Bruce is about as solid as it gets, and I think even if Jeremy had a set there, he might even fold just because Bruce you just know where you're at with Bruce. I mean, that's usually how it goes, though. Yeah. Yeah, but even a wall for this isn't even a wall like it would be for a holding tournament because it just picks up eventually.
Flippity flop. Look at all these hands and everybody playing and not 1 6 among them.
Gary's got a fun little straight flush draw over there.
Yep. Turn card. Is that a 7? Yes,
Show
it
enough. Gary picks up the straight. No, he doesn't. Jeremy
Yeah.
picks up the straight.
is. Yeah. Straight to the 7. Gary's open-ended with the flush draw. Still with the gut shot straight flush. 4 clubs.
Wow, Mike bet the 2K. It's an interesting bet.
Oh, whoops.
Can let Gary see a freebie here. Wow, Jeremy folded the straight.
King O diamonds.
Gary has the
He
best hand
folded
with
the straight.
threes.
A pair of 3s. 0 chance he knows it.
I like this bet.
Mike trying to bet his way
Yeah.
out of it, and he does.
Probably put Gary on exactly what he had because Gary probably would have raised if he had a
Right.
good straight. Definitely would have raised if he had a 6 or maybe definitely a boat. But I mean, Mike just realized where he was at there and just
Yeah, it's tough to stay in with a board like that with the baby straight. I mean, paired board. There's other straights out there.
right.
so-
But Gary didn't even have a straight.
No, I know, but I'm
But you're
I'm
saying
talking
with
about
Jeremy?
Yeah, Jeremy. Who?
Yeah, that's true. But it was
had the
only
baby
2K.
straight. Right.
It was only
it's
2K. You know what I mean? But I get it.
Tough to stick around.
I get
don't
it.
blame him for that one. B. Luke chiming in. How's it going?
It's actually pronounced Blue K.
Blue K. That doesn't sound right.
He's French.
It could be right, but I'll let him decide that. Rob with the queens again.
Can we get a pot bet?
Well, he ain't going to get quads this time. Airborne right behind him with some hotes. Some ace-queen hotes.
So Rob did bet pot, and Airborne's right behind with a relatively mediocre ace, queen, 8 deuce. I'm not sure I'm putting in 25% of my stack with that hand, but it's a pretty good flop. And actually, Bruce
Bruce
with a
flopping the
monster.
devil. Airborne shoving. Bruce, finish him. Oh, no, I did not. I personally did not hear that.
I literally didn't hear it.
No.
What did he say?
Well, you got all of mine, B. Luke.
That's rough, man. Sorry
So,
to hear
yeah,
that.
that's very, very rough. Meanwhile, Bruce caught a very unnecessary king. Let's upgrade to a full house. And Airborne, his day is done. All right, back to action. Dave and Rob with some mediocrity. They fold instantly. Gary with some tens and some spades. He'll give it a spin. I mean, I don't much like Bruce's hand, but in the small blind.
No, we're
With
always
no
seeing a
reason,
flop
right?
bet. Yeah,
I'll
big
probably
stack.
I'll probably see anything flop,
And that's
ooh,
why.
And Bruce is rewarded with chip fives thus far.
And a straight draw.
I'm not sure how much he said he was betting there, but he just said the
It
word
doesn't
bet,
matter.
and
Doesn't
the
matter.
snap folds, right?
Luke, we're down to 2 tables, bud. I think we got like 17 left. The number will
Yeah,
pop up.
I saw this live. We're on a 30-minute delay, not 15, and I've seen this part. They're about to consolidate down to 2 tables and fill up here. And I have access to live numbers from 30 minutes in the future, but that falls under the auspices of spoiler alert, so I don't think I'm going to tell you just now.
No, we don't do that.
In an emergency situation, I would tell you. Like if we had to stop the stream for some reason.
No Bennett, no Zine.
Something like that.
Right.
Then I might tell him. Well, at this point, we are down to at least 18 minimum. Because we are back to a full table.
18 maximum. We could have lost a bunch of players up there, and it could be 9 here and 8 over there. So
Well, it's
18
it's
maximum.
16, 17, or 18. That's the only math that works.
It's only 18 or 17.
Right.
Can't be 16 because it can't be 9 here.
Oh, that's right. I kept thinking we had 3 tables. But no, 2 tables. So, yeah, 17 or 18. I was wrong. Ron White style.
I was wrong. I got Fredo at the table. Fredo did pretty good during the Moneymaker series. I'm pretty sure he won an event.
Look at that expert spread so that all the cards get read by the card reader. If you come play Omaha on our live stream, be like Fredo.
Go ahead and bang a couple of cocktail witches 2 at a time while you're at it.
Whoa, nobody said that.
But hey, it's a Godfather reference. Come on.
Well, yeah, but
It's not a family-friendly show. We
right,
can
which
say
is
whatever
it's
we want.
as entertaining as the film is. Wow, does anybody not have pocket pair?
Bruce doesn't.
Bruce doesn't. Okay, pretty much everyone else does though.
Well, I like Mike's hand.
That we saw, and Dave's got one.
I like Mike's hand a lot, actually, especially with seeing everybody else's hand.
Yeah. It is a very influential film.
So Mike picks up a straight draw and a pair of tens. Gary's still good with his queens. Bruce has top pair with a gutter ball. No spades out there.
No.
And nobody wants it. So now Jeremy picks up the nut flush draw. Nothing else really changes.
Mike leading for meow. Can't see the river.
Well, no, technically
there we go.
Gary's
7 of
leading.
spade. There it is. There it is.
Yeah. So no one has a flush, but Mike does have the straight.
And the check mark. He'll win as long as he don't fold.
There's too many players in there for him to bet, but I'd really like to see a lot more pre-flop action in Omaha. I just feel there's just way too many limpers. There needs to be more aggression.
Little play is a little cautious, little tentative.
A little bit. I mean, it's still poker. We're still playing poker, and if this was a Hold'em tournament, there wouldn't be nearly so many limping. So why is there limping in an Omaha tournament? You know, we have to realize the value of our hands, and even if it's not, you know, aces, double suited aces, or ace, king, queen, jack. I mean, there's still a lot of really good hands that these players should be raising with, and then c-betting on the flop to take it down.
Like Bruce's small straight pre-flop.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you know, you still got to.
There's no such thing as a small straight in cards. It's a Yahtzee thing.
You still got to play your stack size. You still got.
Right.
I mean, like Bruce should be raising every other hand. You know,
he's the chip leader right meow, but there's a lot of players bunched up near the top at this table. So Fredo right behind him with 70K. Trevor 68.
Jeremy's got a monster. Like, see, we should never just be
Bruce
flatting
with
here.
the ladies. He's going to punish you.
No, there's no
He
punishing.
doesn't punish?
There's no punishment. That's what I'm saying. There's no punishing here. There's only, you know.
Man, I got to get an Omaha frame of mind. I'm on Street Fighter. Like he dropped a combo, punish him.
And see, this is why Jeremy should be raising. You know, you raise pre-flop with a hand like this. Now that you finally hit, you're not going to get any value. And now you're checking to let somebody possibly hit a boat. I mean, it just.
Well, nobody's hitting a boat.
Yes, I see that. But the point, well,
he doesn't know that, so still he should be.
But see, this is what I'm saying. Like, you don't raise pre-flop with a premium hand. You have a pocket pair plus a suited ace, ace king. I mean, that's a monster.
All right, he'll get one call.
Wow, Tom called
River
with
card,
sevens.
a
That's
jack.
crazy. Is that 6K or 10K?
10.
10K.
No more, Mr. Nice Guy.
I mean, it's still pretty nice.
Well, it was 3K and then it jumped to 10K. They're like, that's
Still half
not
pot.
so nice.
Still half pot. You know?
Yeah, from that perspective, yes. But
With the effective nuts, I mean, there's no flush out there, no straight out there. You got ace king. I mean, it's still being Mr. Nice Guy.
never thought I'd see the day Bruce at the top of the V pick. I mean, I'm like literally analyzing it, and I'm like, how can this be?
It can't be, actually. I don't think.
But then I remember the hands he's getting, and I'm like, well, yeah, he's gotten some pretty good starting hands.
Well, in his VPIP, it's not like he's raising; he's just calling.
Right.
So he's still
voluntarily putting
Exactly.
chips in the pot, so
Yeah.
it's giving him a high score on the VPIP. You know, the small straight, pocket pair, high suited connectors, and he's getting some good hands. Not this time. Yeah, that's not that good. Got some aces, some ace king, suited ace. And then here's Fredo in the big blind ante. Only 2 more K to play.
Yeah,
I don't like his hand much.
Yeah, but you're getting 5 to
for
1 on a
2K,
call.
Yeah, I mean, I'd probably play that too.
Aces are still pretty good here. Dave flops a gutter ball. Fredo got a pair. And a backdoor flush draw, although that backdoor flush draw no bueno.
$13K to go.
Yeah, Tom's just going with it at this
Yeah.
point. Short stack, you got aces on a Badoogie board. I think we're just gonna take our chances that nobody. What's that?
No, it's just like Badoogie.
Yeah.
My brain wouldn't have gone there on them. It's a Badoogie, so that's a nice one.
Some people like to say rainbow flops. I like to say Badoogie flops.
Okay, I'm going to steal that now. You know that, right?
Go for it.
Okay, just so you know. I'm finding this claim dubious.
What's that? What's that from? I don't.
Defined as not very believable or doubtful.
No, I know the definition.
Just the way you asked me what?
I wasn't sure what you found dubious. Bruce has a pretty playable hand again, but
Allegedly.
I would like to see him. I'd like to see him raise here.
Attack.
And that's just not going to happen, I guess.
No.
And again, you're letting in all these just incredibly mediocre hands.
Look at these hands. Well,
think Fredo's
one or
gonna
two,
raise
one or
here?
one or two of them is mediocre, but we got some good hands out here.
I mean, they're all pretty mediocre except for Fredo's.
All right, Rob's all in for less, but the ante counts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 10.
Well, it says he's all in, but
that is
they just gave him chips back, though.
a new tuple up.
And again, here you go, Bruce. I mean, if you raise pre-flop, you're going to get some action, and then you flop, the effective nuts. I mean, obviously, second nuts with a straight flush out there, but still, you gotta inflate these pots a little bit. So if and when you hit, I mean, everyone's just going to fold to you now. So then, what was the point of just limping? You're limping for small pots. It just doesn't make any sense to me. We gotta play this kind of like it's poker, and just limping every hand is just not. I don't know. It's not good poker, right?
Okay, perhaps the chip. Yeah, the chip reader was not, or not the chip reader, but the chip stack for Rob was not.
Oh yeah, it was incorrect.
He
Yeah.
was not all in. He did have enough for that last one. It looks like he's fiddling one or two chips in his hand.
He's got like 3,500, I think.
So now Rob's still around. No elimination.
What about it?
I don't know. It's like, it keeps giving us 4 cards and reading in their hands when the dealer's still pitching.
Oh,
Is
interesting.
it the delay?
Maybe,
Have something to do with it?
maybe. But still, that shouldn't matter too much. Jeremy has a relative monster considering he doesn't have a pair in his hand, but wow, how are we folding that? It's a good fold, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how to play this game, I guess. King, Queen, Jack 10. I feel like that's kind of a monster. I mean, Tom's calling with 9s. I mean,
And Trevor's got a blocker.
wow, look at that.
Ooh.
Tom picked up the flush draw, and he has a pair of 9s, which I don't think he thinks are good at this point, but that's actually a really good flop. If you put your opponent on aces, that's such a good flop to bet because the chances of your opponent having connectors on this board are just not good.
There's no way for Trevor to know that, but those diamonds are so dead.
Well, no, he doesn't. No, Trevor doesn't have diamonds.
No, I said Tom.
No,
I
he
said
doesn't.
Tom's behind. His 9s, you might think he's ahead with his 9s, but
Well, no, I think he's just playing the blockers. He's playing
Right.
the blockers, plus he has the flush draw, assuming, Trevor doesn't have the nut flush draw. If Trevor had aces with, ace of diamonds and jack of diamonds, he's snap calling here.
right.
But this is a really good board to bet, assuming your opponent doesn't have the nut flush draw.
Wow.
No, it's a good
And
fold.
he got
I mean,
some to let it go.
That's a terrible flop for his opponent. I mean,
Yeah.
there's just so many options that the big blind's defending with there that it just doesn't make sense to call off with aces.
Well, it goes back to what you said about aggression. And 13.5 bet there with that flop.
Well, here's the thing, too. When you're not raising any hands except for aces and kings, when a flop like 5, 6, 7 comes, you know your opponent's not connected on that board, so you can take it pretty easily unless they have a flush draw to go with it.
Board just
it's
screamed straight or set.
And have you seen Trevor play a hand yet? No, it's the first one he's played. So you know exactly what he has: aces or ace, king, queen, jack, or something along those lines. And it's easy to take that. Now, granted, Tom had a flush draw to fall back on, but he also had the blocker nines, and he just knows his opponent's not on that. That's not his range. When you're under the gun and you're potting it, you just know 5, 6, 7 is just not his board. So it was pretty good for Tom to recognize where he was at and then just take his chances with a bet that his opponent's not calling. So I dig it.
Ooh, yeah.
Cards are already registered
Right.
before they get out. It's got to be. It has to be something to do with the delay.
Something with the delay, right. Like they were already read like some time ago because we didn't really see that when it was a 15-minute delay. I'm like, did that give? Does 30-minute delay give like a 10, 10-second window?
Maybe just AI is getting smarter.
Uh-oh. Skynet. They're reading our cards, and then they'll be making Terminators. Interesting flop. And by interesting, I mean not interesting in the slightest.
I mean, Rob's probably pretty happy with it, considering that he is very short stacked.
He's all in for real this time.
All in for 500. Probably getting a call
like
around the table.
Right, nobody's folding.
Yeah.
Even with people.
Wow, what a turn for him. What a turn.
That is incredible.
So we don't see what Bruce has, but nobody else has any spades. Rob
likes
likes it, but doesn't like it. So
tell me that's a queen.
Well, assuming Bruce
That would
doesn't
have
have
been
a flush.
funny as hell.
Can you imagine if Rob quadruples up here on the short stack? No, quintuples
Quintuple.
up. Yeah.
Sextuple if you count the ante. So all in it to win it. Queens full of jacks. No, not queens full of jacks. 3 queens with a jack.
Queens, yeah.
Staying alive. Yeah, it's a great feeling, isn't it? Look at me laughing and kind of joking around. You're down to 1 blue chip, and now you got, about 25, 26K in front
took the
of
hoodie
him.
off. Oh, no, just kidding.
Right.
It's back on. Just kidding. It's short-lived.
Well, he took it off just real quick, just to enjoy the moment a little bit, and then back to business.
Back to business. Card's already being read again.
And the action is on the good doctor.
Dr. Bruce. That VPIP is plummeting.
Yeah. You don't like them fours, Doc? Ooh, trip aces. But a suited ace queen.
I think on the short stack here, I mean, do we fold 3 aces? I mean, I guess he does. One of them suited, but it's very hard to improve with
Yeah,
three
you
of-
got to hit
three
the
of any
case,
kind.
and board's got a pair.
Wow, he raised it too. So if this gets through, does he just show all 3 aces?
I wouldn't. But hey,
But
that's,
does he?
That's me.
He showed the quads.
I don't
He showed
know.
the quads.
He did show the quads, to be fair.
He's showing them. Oh, wrong.
Nope, not this time. Well, Bruce's V-pip may be plummeting, but you know what isn't? His chips.
Truest.
Still the chip leader at the table. He's widened his lead a little bit over Fredo as well.
That's interesting. Gary only has 30K in front of him, but that's still 19 bigs. So, I mean, still. And then Omaha, I mean, in 2 hands, you could be the chip leader. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you're never too far behind in any PLO situation.
Ask Rob. He'll tell you. Down to 1 blue chip, and now he's in the middle of the pack.
I don't think he was down to 1 blue. He had 3,500
yeah.
for him, but I know what you
But
mean.
still,
I know.
it's
Yeah, no, it's
considerably less
exactly.
than Gary has now.
Wow, Mike's gonna pot it here. I like it. A little
Potting it
aggression.
under the gun.
And Rob's folding ace king suited. Okay, good job, Gary. We're not folding that. There we go.
Double suited.
Tom's
and
in there too,
connectors
for
and an ace
sure.
queen. Yeah, you got to see that flop.
Tom in there, 9, 10, Jack, Jack. Bruce with some kings. He's never folding. I love it. Mike's like, what did I get myself into? Just kidding. I just called.
Let's find out.
Wow. What a monster flop here.
Wow. Top 2 and a flush draw.
Tom's open-ended. Mike never likes this hand anymore.
There's going to be some hurt feelings here.
Gary says, yes, I will. Wow, he should be potting. That's only a half pot. No, too many draws out there. Wow. Did Tom raise?
Yeah,
Wow,
25K.
He sure did. He said, this is the one, huh? Gary says, okay, buddy. Mike, what are you doing? Come on, let's go. We're not doing this. There
All
we go.
black cards on an all red board. He's got a pair of aces. Come on, man. You got to know your beat.
He knows. Gary, what are we doing, bud?
Punish him.
Gary, what are we doing?
Punish him.
What are we even thinking about? Gary. What are we
He's legit thinking. I would have called like 5 times over by now.
Oh, my God.
A snap call from Tom because at that point he's pot committed. It's what, an extra? Oh, it wasn't even any extra. It's okay. I thought
No,
he had.
was-
I
yeah, he
thought
was
he
up
had
for
like
less,
27 something. But
It looks
I was
like
wrong.
Tom's gonna need
Jack
there's
or
only-
an 8?
There's only 1 jack and 1 8 left because both kings are gone. Wow.
Yeah,
that's
nope.
Pretty rough.
Aces and queens defeats jacks and 4s, and Gary's gonna double up. And jumping into the chat, the one who rocks above all,
What's up, Nancy?
classic projection. Always making it fun. Miss Nancy. Can't remember if ladies' night is this Saturday night or next Saturday night. Let me double check that.
I want to say this Saturday's Andrew.
The Progressive Bounty. I think it's this Saturday. I just had it up. Yep, Miss Nancy and Miss Steffi Moe for the Progressive Bounty Tournament on the mic for Saturday.
Ooh.
But not next Saturday because it's me and Steph next week on the Progressive Bounty. I like that tournament. I haven't done that tournament in a while.
It's a fun tournament, especially to commentate on. Dave, come on, buddy. 3, 4, 5, 6 double suited. Come on, buddy.
Didn't Bruce shellac the table with a hand very similar to that about 45 minutes ago?
I just love hands like that because it's so easy to fold if you miss, and then it's so under-repped if you smash, you know? I mean, I understand he's in first position, so it's kind of hard to raise there. But, I mean, there's been so much soft play. I mean, that's an easy 2K to call, you know? Especially when he's got one of the big stacks at the table. Ooh, Tom.
Some raise in action. We got some 10s. We got some jacks. We got some aces.
Turned out to be a pretty good fold from Dave's spot with all this action behind him.
And we've got some all-in action.
Tom's clubs are good. He needs a club, 10, or some combination to make a straight. Trevor loves his hand. Let's see what happens.
All right, it's basically aces versus tens with a little side action.
Wow, two pair for Tom, and nut flush for Trevor.
Ooh.
No, not enough.
Yep. Ace high floosh. And that's going to be it for Tom.
And this just goes to what we were saying earlier. I mean, you can flop the world. He flops top two, and you're never too far ahead. Even in an all-in situation, there wasn't 5 guys to see a flop. You're just never too far ahead there.
Well, I thought we were getting a new dealer for a second. That's what had me checking the time. I'm like, really? At 2:12? Speaking of Trevor, or Robert the Righteous there, Miss Nancy, just coming in to check on us. He does that every 15 minutes or so. Make sure we got everything we need. Hand number 20 of our feature to final.
That's it.
Well, it's Joey D is our tournament director par excellence, but I do believe it's Kevin running the tournament show today.
Tis.
Crazy Kevin, they call him. Because we have to quantify the Kevins, because we have 2 of them.
It's true.
We have a sane Kevin.
Crazy Kevin.
That comes in later in the day, in the day shift.
You're crazy. Now we're going to have some action here. Mike's flopped a set, and Jeremy's flopped the bottom straight with the open and a straight flush draw. Pretty strong hand, I must say. Mike's going to bet half pot here. See where he's at. He's going to find out real fast that Jeremy's got it. Jeremy has the blockers for someone else having a better straight, too. So when Jeremy pots it here, do you think there's a world where Mike folds?
Nope.
Because, I mean, wow, Jeremy just
calls, right. If he shoves there, I was about to do the movie voice here.
In a world.
I don't understand things. Wow, picks up another flush draw.
Wow.
Wow, Jeremy's checking again?
Straight flush draw.
What are we
It's a
doing?
club, but it's the wrong club.
Wow, Mike picked up a flush, too.
Mike
That
needed
is
that club to be a
rough.
5.
Wow, Jeremy checks the nuts on the river. Okay, that's interesting.
Floosh over floosh.
Jeremy doesn't even realize that he has the flush there. I don't approve of the way that was played at any street.
His name is Terry, and he does not approve this
I do
message.
not approve this message at all. Jeremy, you flopped the world, buddy. You flopped a straight. You flopped a flush draw. You turned another flush draw, the nut flush draw, rivered the nut flush, and we're just checking it through. Somehow he thought the nut flush was not good on the river. I don't know. I know he didn't see it. Not the point. Not the point I'm trying to make. Yeah. Looks like they moved Rob off the table.
Yeah, I'm looking at this live player count, and, well, can't guarantee the actions here. But, there will be action.
There will also be blood.
Hopefully we'll get a piece. Because I did one show where there was a player eliminated every other hand, and it was on the other frickin' table. We didn't get to see any of it.
Yeah, not good for the show.
Yeah.
Mikey's got
And the same players I lost to balance the tables, they were all back for final, pretty much. So.
Oh, cool.
It's like the players we lost went over there and just started crushing.
But we didn't see how, huh?
Nope. They were back for final, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna pick up where we left off.
We got some action here. We got a pot size bet pre-flop with 3 callers. So we're gonna have 4 to the flop.
He's 3-7.
Mike picks up top pair.
That's about it.
Fredo's got a gutter ball. Dave with just a pair of queens. Mike says this is the one. This is actually really easy for him to go all in. Even if someone has a better kicker or has top 2, he still has 3 cards that are over the 7, so he has an extra 9 outs to hit a better hand, assuming someone else has 2 pairs. So
Fredo's like, you know what? I'm good. I don't really need to double up right now.
Yeah, not on that board. Not when Mike. I'm pretty sure Michael was the one that potted pre-flop. Ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum bum.
The hell was that?
That was my Omaha theme song. Gary's VPIP is skyrocketing.
Yeah, Bruce went from 83 to 61 in about 15 minutes.
Still pretty high.
Yeah,
but
he's
then again,
just off the
we
top.
should be having high PLO VPIPs in general. Trevor, I like Trevor's game. I don't see him calling pre-flop too often. I'd like to see a raise here. He threw in one chip, so I'm hoping that's a 5K raise as opposed to a 2K call. But he did raise to 5. Beautiful. Big fan of raising pre-flop.
Oh, are you? I couldn't tell.
I am actually. I'm gonna drive it home. Hopefully Gary calls in the big blind here because he should.
Negative Ghost Rider. The pattern is full.
No, Gary.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's not a good flop for Trevor.
No.
Let's see how
Very,
Gary's going
very,
to play this up.
very
Gary's
bad.
going to play it face up. I don't like what I'm seeing on the screen here. Wow, Trevor calls? Oh, he's got an ace too. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I see it.
And just picked up some more outs with the diamond
Yeah.
draw.
Probably the only reason he called because he doesn't just like the ace queen. So the backdoor flush draw is probably what put him over the
Gary's
top.
like, you're going to have to pay to try to suck out that diamond, buddy. And
No
he
bink.
does not.
No bink. Ace is up, played it pretty face up. Trevor with just the naked ace, and on to the next. It blanked on there, but not here. That's weird that it's only popping up there, not here. Let me pull it up on Twitch. Ooh. All right, guys. So we had a total of 38 players today. Total buy-in of $4,370 in the prize pool. We're paying out our top four. Fourth place is going to be $437. Third place is $650. Second place is $1,300, and first place a whopping $1,967 smacks. Not a bad day's work, but we got to get there. Still got 12 players to go. We will go to final table at 9 players. Bruce just flops the world here. Gary and Bruce are keeping a stranglehold on the top 2 stacks at this table, but Jeremy and Fredo not too far behind. Mike's got 40K in front of him, which comes out to about 20 bigs. Mike with a couple of kings here. Big fan of this black screen going in and out. See if that does anything here. Don't touch anything.
I ain't even sitting in the chair, man. I'm standing up like way back here, bro. Who says top pair can't win in this game? Oh, did I miss the carnage? Weren't there 7 players here when I
No carnage.
when I went to check on that?
I think they just moved the player.
Oh.
Yeah, because we're 12 and 12, or we're 12 players, so 6 and 6. Matt, don't move.
Is it a T-Rex? I shouldn't have done this. Oh, Universal's going to copyright strike us now.
Told you not to sit down. Wow, Mike's going to make the call here. I like it. Dave's going to come along, too, and try and spike a jack. But I really like Mike's call out of the small blind here. I mean, could flop a monster here. Well, that's a pretty good flop,
Yeah,
actually.
he did.
Oh, are those all hearts?
Yeah.
That's no good. He did flop a bit of a straight draw. There's the straight.
There it is.
So if nobody flopped a flush, Mike's good. I can't imagine anyone's really checking a flush on that flop. Dave flopped top 2. He's gonna come through and bet here. And Dave's in the same mind as Mike. Like, if no one flopped a flush, my hand's probably good. So he thinks 10s and 5s are good, but he's gonna find out. It's gonna be a tough fold for Mike. I can't really see him folding with everybody checking the flop. Wow, Fredo just calling with aces. Now that's definitely a tough spot for Mike. I think if Fredo folds, Mike definitely calls, but this is a... I wouldn't blame Mike for folding here. Yeah. No, I don't blame him with Fredo calling behind, because Fredo could be slow playing the nuts right here. I mean, we can see he's not, but... blank 3, too. Wow, Dave's going to continue the story that he's got a flush. I like it. I think Fredo might have even thought he was bluffing there, to be honest with you, but I like the story he told there. You know, it looked like he checked the nuts on the flop, you know, bet the turn, and then continued the story on the river. I like that a lot. Well played, David. Do 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 do.
Four to the flop, and good gravy.
Fredo checking tree 8s.
Maybe
gonna-
hoping somebody's going to bet into him, but it didn't happen.
Interesting time to bet here, though. The straight comes through. We're going to find out the 8s are holding good. Yeah, even Bruce is like, Queen's on that board. I'm okay. Next hand, please.
All right, let me get a look at the total prize pool. 4370, not bad for a 3K guarantee. And paying out the top 4. So 8 of our players here are going to go home disappointed.
Maybe not. Maybe,
But
maybe
not
some,
if they.
maybe someone are just going to be really happy to make a final table. You know.
But
Disappointment
I was
is
going to say,
different for
unless
different
they
players.
swing by after the tournament to the fabulous Paddock Restaurant.
Good point.
5-star menu.
They got a really good California chicken sandwich there. Some avocado, goat cheese.
I don't know anything not good on the menu.
Good point.
All the way up to the tomahawk steak. But yeah, pretty good sandwiches, soups, whatever you want.
Dave's been picking his hands pretty good here. Obviously on the button, everybody folds to you. You got a suited ace, ace-king. You got some middling cards too, 6-8. That's definitely a pot-sized possibility. Fredo's going to come along too, and wow, that's a super blink.
Ooh.
Dave flops top pair.
Fredo's got and it's an 8.
Fredo's got a gutter ball. I love Dave's hand here actually because he has so many 2-pair possibilities. No flush draw out there. And take this down without even seeing the turn. I like it. I like it a lot.
And next dealer. Got Chris coming back in. All right, Dave's going to pop it up with those aces. And Dave flops a set of aces. Yeah, Jeremy with Jack 10-9 deuce. Nothing out there really to keep him interested. Even if Dave didn't flop a set of aces, which he did.
And a flush draw.
Yeah. Dave with kings and eights. Looking at a raise. No problem, man.
Dave picking up some monsters.
2 pair in my hand. Sounds fun.
Gary wants to keep his position as the top VPIP player on the table. That's a pretty good flop for Dave. I mean, obviously, the ace sucks, but he does have the nut flush draw. Gary almost definitely has an ace. Probably ace is up. Might just be like ace queen, ace jack, but certainly possible to have ace 5, ace 3 here with some other
15K
combination.
to go.
Ace queen, jack 3 or something like that.
Want to chase that flush or that set?
Yeah, we're going to call here.
Turn card. Ace 7.
Ugh.
So close.
Ugh.
Missed it by 1.
Oh, check, check, huh? Wow.
Ooh,
what
and
a
at the end, a
river.
set of kings.
That's wild.
Club would have been better, but king's pretty good.
Wow, we're checking the set here, huh?
Probably figures he
Wow,
might get
he
one bet.
does
He's a
have
set of
aces.
aces. Wow.
That's insane. Wow, Gary didn't raise him pre-flop, huh? Oh, my goodness. I guess because, wow, he did have a suited ace, too. Wow. That is wild.
Yeah, he lost the minimum there with that check.
No kidding. Well, I mean, they could have just got it all in pre-flop.
Right.
Maybe even on the flop. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm
Well,
I'm
with all
shocked
the
it played out
chips
that way.
being passed around and the blinds keep going up, that's how you get 2/3 of the table in the danger zone.
That was a really good check on Dave's part. If Gary bets the river, I don't know if. I don't
Yeah, it
think
would
Dave
depend
can
how
fold.
much. Yeah, that would be tough to fold in that spot. I definitely did not see pocket aces coming.
No. No.
Bruce flops 3 jacks. Don't touch on. All right, we must have had, or we're getting down to the final table. There are 10 players remaining, 5 and 5. Next elimination will give us our final table. I don't know about all these limpers. Oh, Gary bet out with that double gutter, but gets everybody to go away. Alfredo flop in the straights. And an overpair. Not that that matters much. $30K from Dave. Fredo's all in for less. Jeremy wisely ducks. All right, Dave's behind it here. He needs a 7 for a chop. The queen gives him a flush draw for some more outs. River card A5, no good. Fredo a little bit more than doubles up with his straight there. So, yeah, we're just passing some chips around. The last couple rounds. Need one more elimination to make the final table. But with 20-minute blind levels, some of these chip stacks not likely to last much longer unless some major moves are made. All right, we're going to start off with Bruce, who has not much. Got some Instamucks. So it's the battle of the blinds. A couple of flush draws. So the two blinds will do battle. Fantastic flop for Jeremy. Top pair as well as the flush draw. Gary needs a queen for Broadway. But a quick bet and fold, and we're on to the next. Updated VPIP numbers from the beginning. VPIP's way down from the start. Several players 75 plus at the beginning. Things have evened out a bit more. Nice strut. Broadcast partner walking in with his pimp strut.
That was my. I don't want to mess up
Wish you guys could have seen it, but I didn't have the camera on just then.
It's my normal strut, but I just wanted to make sure I didn't mess with the technologies.
It's very sensitive today.
Tis. What up, chat? Where you guys at? Got some exciting PLO action. No commentary besides the ones that we're giving. You guys have nothing to say? I find that hard to believe.
All right, I'm going to risk it.
Oh, no.
You got to risk it to win the biscuit, man.
That's crazy.
It wasn't worth the risk.
It usually isn't. Just live in the past, man. Live in the 30 minutes ago past, okay? Don't try to live in the present. It can't possibly help you.
Yeah.
See? You
Live
see what you
it-
did?
live in
You
the
see what you
now.
did? Do you see what you did?
Hmm.
It's crazy. You just had to do it. That's kind of a big fold on Gary's end.
Yeah.
Double suited. All kinds of connecting cards, and he flops two pair. Dave has a monster. Dave has a super ultra mega wrap. That's crazy. Let's see. He's got any 4, 5, 7, 9, or 10 would give him a straight. Literally 50-50 here with Bruce.
But he don't need it. He'll just bet
Just
and
take
win.
it. Yeah. Nah, at least he saw he had the ultra super mega wrap. That's my phrase, by the way.
I was gonna say.
No, I own that.
It sounds very anime.
No, I own that. It is. It
Sounds like a final attack.
It's a one punch. It is. Yeah, for sure.
Super final mega wrap.
Super ultra mega wrap. Engage. For those of you just joining us, we had a total of 38 entries today with a $4,370 prize pool. We are paying out our top 4. We are down to our final 10 players. When we lose one more, we'll go to final table. Like I said, paying out our top 4. Fourth place is $430. Third place is $650. Second place is $1,300, and first place is a whopping $1,967. Not a bad day at the office. Looks like Bruce is taking a step backwards a little bit, but I mean, we're folding 9, 10, king, queen. Hello? Hello?
Shh. You awake, Fredo?
That's funny.
Oh, see, look what you did.
It's the most excitement we've seen out of this feature table so far.
Fredo napping?
Yep. No, Fredo waking up.
Oh, okay.
Jeremy with another monster. Got pocket aces, but they're not suited aces. Some would call those naked aces. He does have a little middling 10-high flush draw. Or not flush draw, but, you know, suited 10-high. Jeremy on the short stack says, let's take a chance here. I wonder if Gary's going to give him some action here. Fredo's going to give him some action. That's interesting.
Action!
Very...
Well, you got to put them chips out a little bit further.
Chris was letting
From
him
my
know.
boy Chris.
Chris was letting him know.
Not every dealer at PBKC has my wingspan.
Jeremy flopping the Wereld. Just a set and a flush draw. No big deal.
Too much, too much, too much, too much.
Are we supposed to check there? I don't really know.
I don't know about check, but maybe a little value bet at least.
Yeah, but on the short stack, I don't think there is a value bet. I think you check or you just shove. I mean, because with an ace on board, if you bet, he just knows you have it. If you're short stacked, if you have kings and queens on the short stack, you're checking there with an ace on the flop. But any ace on board, your opponent knows you have an ace. I feel like we're just supposed to check it and hope the turn doesn't royally screw you. I could be wrong, though. Again, I don't know. Ooh, Fredo with a really mediocre hand laying on the pressure here on the big blind short stack. I like it. I like it. Let's go. Very nicely done. Haven't seen too much of that in this tournament, you know? Yeah.
He'd have got there. He'd have got there. Just checking to make sure the big blind and Annie were posted. He would have got there.
Sounds right. Dave's been hovering right around the 50K mark this whole feature table, and
That's no good.
it's not terrible. I mean,
I'm just saying, in a tournament like this, and the field getting narrower,
sure, no, obviously you want to go up, but
you
I
want to
mean,
keep up with the rate of inflation. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
So hovering at the same place you were 4 levels ago, not too good.
Is Jeremy potting, I hope?
Let's see, can we ever do a show without you mentioning pot? But at Pot Live in Omaha, probably not.
Depends on the subject matter.
My point exactly. What's Rob sniffing around the table for? What's going on?
He's sniffing for that pot.
Oh, okay.
Size bet.
Wonder what they're talking about.
The lighting. It's good for Fredo's complexion.
Okay, it would appear no more. We missed all the carnage.
Take your money. Yeah,
It happened at the other table because it looks like they're dealing high card.
When you're right, you're right.
For the seats at the final table.
When you are right, buddy. All right, let's inject a little bit of life into this final table. We are down to our final 9 players. Doop 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 doop.
Hey, there he is, the guy dealing.
Hey,
who's high carding?
I
Spray my hair with some hair. Spray.
We'll find you something good.
Yeah, I need a hat. Can I get a hat?
I got one for you.
That's up to management. We don't decide that. I mean, if it was me, I'd let you do it as long as it was a PBKC hat. We'll get it on the stream. It says PBKC on the back, too. I'd let him wear it if I was the boss.
That's why I get away with it. It's a PBKC hat.
Oh, he's wearing it. Oh, it doesn't say in the back, but he's wearing it backwards. So, yeah, the camera would see
They would
that.
pick it up like that.
Okay. Nice.
Yep. No, I'm good, thanks. Got a drink. Do 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 do. Gotta do the table change. Gotta bring our other players up to the table change. Going from 10 to 9. Cause you're dealing for the button. It's the ace of spades. Going to the motherfucking 4 seat. Oh, here we go. There's Trevor. He's back. Ooh, and there's Corey. The wonderful, amazing masseuse. Does a great job. If you see her in the poker room, flag her down. Let them know, Trevor. Trevor giving everybody the business, letting them know where to put their cards. No phones at the table. No name calling.
And welcome everybody to Final Table Action.
It's the final countdown.
This ain't Chicago. Well, it is, but the band, not the place.
Brett's here. We're going to continue the action of just calling. Why change now? Whoa, holy smokes. Uncle Mike's got himself a whole army. Yeah, he's got about 180 there, give or take.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Wow, flopping
Bruce
a boat.
Just flopping the road.
Watch him slow play it like a champion.
Wow, did he hit quads?
Oh, quads
He
now.
Sure did. Does anybody have a pocket pair? Wow, nobody even has a pocket pair to mess with him.
High hand, table 67. And gets bet into. Wow.
Gary thinks he has
Flats. There you go.
a boat. Well, look, Gary thinks he has a boat here. But he does not.
Well, Doc has to put out a feeler at least.
Can you try to plug some things in over there? Or maybe whatever that one was the one. Yeah.
The same one I tightened last time. I just did it like an hour ago. And it was loose as hell.
I wonder if it's the actual cable or if it's the connection or both. It's probably the connection, right?
Yeah. Well, when it comes loose like that, it messes with the contactor.
Right.
So it's got to stay to get in there.
Wow, Uncle Mike with 220K.
Drink it full, don't breathe it.
23, 26. Yeah, Uncle Mike's got almost 40%
Nobody.
of the chips in play.
We got nobody at the table.
Not a fan of that.
Very famous character from ancient literature. Homer's The Odyssey. Nobody was the Cyclops that Odysseus blinded.
I do recall. What up, Oaks Poke? You're our first
So I'm just saying
chatter
he's-
in hours.
So he's famous. Nobody. Of course, if he's blind, he's going to have a tough time seeing his cards. But then again, so are we.
Well, who blinded him? Nobody.
That's right. Yeah, nobody blinded him. Not the Cyclops.
Right. The guy who blinded him.
Odysseus. Yeah.
Right. Odysseus, a.k.a. Nobody.
Ulysses, aka nobody, depending on which translation you're reading.
Odysseus.
Yeah, that was the original one. And then
Ulysses.
Ulysses.
Wow.
Wow.
Common
it's
theme here.
Night of the Living Nines.
This is almost like borderline unwatchable.
Final table full of players. 7 of them in the danger zone. Proving the age-old poker adage in tournaments. If the action don't get you, the blinds will.
Yeah, blinds are sitting at 2-4 with a 4K big blind ante, so
It's
every
10K
round
in orbit.
that is a 10K orbit.
The chip leader has 20 orbits. So it's a bit of an anomaly sometimes when they're passing chips around. It's tough to get players eliminated, but the nature of tournament poker ensures that that can only last but so long. Blinds keep going up, and luck runs out. Trevor with Steffi Moe's hand, and he appears to like it just about as much as I do. Just to say not much. But he'll play it.
I like the aggression here from Jeremy. He's repotting Fredo. Fredo looked a little trepidatious, and Jeremy's just pouncing on that. Jeremy's basically pot committed at this point by putting in half of his stack, so that's a pretty big hand, too.
Ooh, and he doesn't commit to it.
Well, no. Gary, I'm saying, was committed, not Fredo. Fredo's not committed, only put in 9K. That's probably why I only put in 9K. So he could get away from it if, in fact, he did get repotted. We got Jay in the box now, looking fresh.
Appears to have ditched Silent Bob. Oh, wrong Jay. Yeah, I'd like to see him in the box trying to deal some Omaha. But not on a day like today where we don't have table audio. No table audio, it might as well be Silent Bob dealing.
Yeah, good point. Something tells me these guys aren't talking too much anyway.
Yeah, there's even on a kind of a fun table with lots of chatter and banter going on. Things get serious on the final table when we get closer to the money. Aces in your big blind. I don't care what game it is. Yeah, you got to raise there. Waking up with aces?
Wow, Bruce is going to come along with a mystery hand. I'm kind of surprised, especially out of the small blind when he didn't raise. I wonder what he's got. Maybe like queens with a Jack-10 double suited?
Or maybe he's got that 6, 7, and 8, 9 small straight in his hand again like he did the first time.
Yeah, I don't think so. Bruce isn't calling raises with hands like that. He was barely even just smooth calling. He's
Oh, buddy, easy. You're never getting. Yeah, you're never getting that out of Bruce.
Queens Jack-10 is what he had. Something very similar to that.
At that point, when he checks to you after the flop, obviously you're ahead. So
Yeah, not obviously.
I'd be looking to chip up as much as I can. I'm not gonna. How much did he throw out there? 60K.
Yeah, he potted it for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, Bruce ain't calling that.
I mean, now, well, we couldn't see his hand, but Bruce could have easily flopped a set or a straight or anything crazy and checked it to his opponent, knowing that his opponent would just bet with any, overpair. It's a scary board for aces.
Only if you're scared.
Yeah.
You scared?
I'm always scared with aces.
Don't be scared.
Fredo getting
Deuces keep coming up. Deuces. The bane of my existence.
I mean, he shouldn't be.
And every time I see deuces win, it just irritates me to no end.
Sorry.
No, because I can never win with them. I said, I know people flop these crazy hands and they win with deuces, and everybody says they're great. Well, not great, but... Anytime I go set mining with them, I never hit.
Did Brett just potted it with 7-7-5 deuce? No. Called with it? What's happening?
That's a lot of outs for Mike.
Like, actually a favorite, even though he does not have a pair.
I was going to say a sure bet that he's not going to hit any of them outs.
What up, Reb? You see the way Jay deals the cards? He likes he puts the cards in between his index and middle finger. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Well, I seen it on that old X-Men cartoon. Gambit used to chuck them like that.
You're not wrong. You ain't wrong.
And then the cards exploded.
They did.
Well, we appreciate your contributions there, Rebel. Pretty sure the other one's from Miss Nancy. Might have something to do with when we're airing the show live Thursday afternoon. I mean, I'm told by that tall Josh, we get many views and likes and comments on the reruns after they're posted.
Looks like Mike rivered a straight here. Bruce with just the kings. Probably should have betted at some point, but he didn't. Here we are. Fredo in the chat. Nice. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, I've been seeing you, Fredo, with the deuces and such.
Even his good hands haven't been.
Yeah, not that good. I mean, you don't want to blame the cards if you're not doing too well, but there's some days you're just card dead, man. Can't do nothing about it. I went down and played with one buy-in one time and got absolutely destroyed in 3 hands. And I was flopping monsters too. And on the last one, I flopped top set, ended up in 3rd place. So I didn't buy it again. I said, you know what? Those 3 hands right there.
Yeah.
They just told me that tonight's not my night.
That's enough.
Need to come back another night.
Well, as you can see, Mike is pretty much running over the field here. We gotta remember to bring this up to Josh. How the hands are. We gotta remember to bring this up to Josh. That the hands are coming up before the cards.
I'll do it now. Just text him.
Well, no, I'm saying we have the meeting next week, but yeah, we should probably talk about it sooner. Then again, we should just talk about the 15 minutes instead of half-hour thing anyway. Like Trevor's saying here, double-suited connectors. He's on a short stack, but I don't think it's that short. Oh, Mike continuing the sun run, flopping top set. A couple of straight draws out there, but nothing crazy. All gutter balls.
Well, Rebel, if payouts doesn't work, and I don't think it will because you're on YouTube, I think that's just a Twitch function. We have all the payout information right here. We will be paying out 4 spots today for our 38 players. Fourth place will win $437. Third, $655. Second place will get $1,311. And to our winner today, $1,967. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Chip, chip, chop it up, shoot the breeze. Mike is still stacking his chips from the last pot he won minutes ago. So I'm going to get this guy a chip up. My dog going back to Nicolas Cage movies. I like it.
Also, the last year, the Toronto Maple Leafs won the Stanley Cup, and it's going to stay that way for a good long while more, I think.
But he just angered all of our Toronto Maple Leaf fan base.
Well, they can take their aggressions out on me when I fly up there in a few weeks. Have a Hockey Hall of Fame Panther road game getaway. They're up there tonight, but obviously I'm not going to tonight's game.
What's the Hall of Fame deal?
The Hall of Fame's in Toronto. The Hockey
okay.
Hall of Fame.
Oh,
so
cool.
I've never been, and every hockey fan should go at least once.
Nice.
And this year it's especially nice for the Stanley Cup display. They set up a little display based on whoever the reigning champion is,
Oh, cool.
and that's us.
That's awesome. Are you?
A lot of the Panther players were there today. In fact, oh no, yesterday. They were just posting about it today.
Are they playing again when you're going to be up there?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we got 2 games up there this year. Tonight's the first one. April 2nd's the other one.
Are we raising here? Nobody, please. No, we're just calling with a monster Ace King Jack 9 double suited. We're just calling. It's not aces, so we can't raise. Even though I like that hand better than aces. Dave's going to go ahead and put in the raise with all of these limpers. Punish the limpers, buddy. That's what I say. Wow, look what Dave's got. Dave's double suited 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see if nobody realized. Yeah, nobody's never folding. That's good at least. Dave's got 50K behind. He's just hoping for a miracle flop. That ain't it. All Dave has is a gutter ball. Nobody has the nut flush draw and all of the gutter ball possibilities. I can't really see nobody folding here. I mean, that's why we're calling pre-flop with hands like this, I hope. I mean, just put them all in, buddy. Just put them all in. God, what are we... There it is. Dave has no red cards in his hand.
Diamonds.
I like what you were trying to do, Dave, there, but that was just an ugly flop, buddy. Ugly. I like the thought process, though. I wonder if he puts in a bet if there's no diamond. Maybe he puts him on the diamond draw. We'll never know. Good to know, Reb. Thanks, man. Pizza pie. I get it. It's an interesting interesting thing 7-Eleven's got going there.
Not quite what I celebrate on March the 14th, but
What do you celebrate on March the 14th?
can't really talk about it on stream.
Okay.
Just say it's a guy equivalent to Valentine's Day.
See, Brett's got top 2. Gary's got a flush draw and a king. It's an interesting spot here. Should be pretty even. Yeah, it is. 57-43. It's kind of what I was thinking. A little fitty. Gary, are we ever folding, buddy? Flush draw and top pair. Ever. Are we ever folding? Oh, actually, you know what? He might. I think it's half a stack to call. Exactly half a stack to call. Got a tight pit player like Brett going all in. Yeah, it's not a terrible fold, I guess. How did I not know that? Do you religiously celebrate it, or?
Oh,
is
yes.
Oh, okay, nice.
Depends on how good I do on Valentine's Day. And I did excellent this year, so.
Well, congratulations, preemptively.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do we not talk about?
Pretty sure we're gonna get some
Nah.
angry texts.
Nah,
if we
we're already
talk
we're
about
already
that.
getting all the Maple Leafs fans texting, so
Okay.
I mean we're already in the cellar.
Well, they're not as mad as they're going to be when we win those 2 games.
Heard. How are the Panthers doing? Are they in?
We're fighting for first place tonight. We're in
Okay.
first, but not if Toronto beats us in regulation. So let's not let that happen.
Bruce is slowly but surely gone down in chip stack. Are my words coming out? Am I having some kind of a stroke?
Well, they're definitely coming out, but
Are you understanding what I'm saying?
kinda.
Can we get Jammer to put his cards in the box? Is that possible?
That would be cool.
I mean, his cards have been blanked out all
Right,
day.
not in the box.
I mean,
all the way.
he's on the final table enough to know that just put your cards in the box, buddy. We're coming up on the time when Fredo's going to let us know that he needs a hand.
Well, he
See how nobody plays all of the aces when he eventually gets them all.
well, you got to see that flop at least. I mean, he does have a suited ace. One of those aces is suited, so.
Yeah, it takes away the straight possibility. I'd prefer that 7 to be like a deuce, 3, 4, 5
Yeah,
of
Jeremy.
clubs.
Jeremy puts him in the box every here and there. Not often, but
more
you know,
more often there.
every
than here.
every here and there.
Only when we don't care what they are is when he puts them in the box.
Well, Fredo's got the case. Not that it matters.
All the aces are gone. Any club? Nope.
Not this time.
Our ace is still out in front. Looks like it.
Yep.
He's got no outs to anything though. He's still a dog
Right.
somehow.
That's why
Yeah.
Brett. Well, he was the favorite. Now Fredo
Oh no,
is.
Bruce flopped 2 pair. That's what happened. He flopped 8s and deuces. Now Fredo's got
Open-ended.
open-ended. Oh, Fredo's going for it, and he has more outs than he thinks. Actually, he's actually a favorite here. Oh no, he has it. I'm
Right,
an
he
idiot.
has it.
I'm an idiot. Listen, I'm an idiot.
No.
No, I am. This is the hand he was hoping for. But he texted us about wanting a hand. I don't know why there was so much suspense on that river. He was drawn dead, right?
See if I can improve that reception a little bit. Or make it infinitely worse. But hey, let's flip that coin. How's that?
It was black. Now it's back.
Yeah, but is it back solid?
I mean, it's on the computer monitor. It's going in and out, but on this one over here, it's fine. Maybe get some electrical tape or duct tape back there and just tape it back.
How about you?
Yeah, it's good for the moment. Try not to move though. Stay right there.
It was loose again. It's loosening already. I just retightened it. Yeah, it was a little loose on the box side too, so I tightened that.
As soon as you walk by. Brett's got an all in hand, and he agrees because he is, in fact, all in.
Yeah, it does. I'll add that to my notes.
Duct tape does fix everything.
For our next stream team meeting. Boss, duct tape.
I mean, it might work. Mike's going to test his luck here on the Sun Run. He's double suited with a bunch of connectors. Pretty much a 50-50. Let's see how good Mike's running.
I'm not hearing you in this ear.
Well, there goes that. Well, actually, no, he's still got a couple outs. He needs a king or a jack on the river, but... Yep, Mike continues the Sun Run, even though you guys can't see, take my word for it, he won the hand with a flush. We're having what some would call technical difficulties. Stay tuned, though. We're going to get that fixed real fast. Maybe not as fast as I led you to believe, but we will get it fixed here. Hey, we're back. Kind of. Guess who's back? Back again.
Trying my best here, guys.
Wow, he's going to get a call out of Jeremy here. Ace 10, 9, 3. Jeremy's just going for it, huh? Okie dokie. Not the spot I'd be picking, but hey. I'm not playing. Jacks are still pretty good, and he's... Well, Mike picks up a flush draw because of... Oh, no, Mike picks up the flush. Mike's Sun Run is just continuing. Dave's already getting up, which is not really okay. Actually, it kind of breaks a little protocol there. You get up as if you've already lost the hand. I mean, that's not really good etiquette, but it is what it is, I guess. Getting up like you've already lost the hand when there's still two players betting.
Right.
Not really the best.
It's no bueno.
Not a good look, but that's okay.
Rebel says Shady's back. Tell a friend.
Hey, you ain't wrong, Reb.
Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Please stand up.
Yeah, we got a little technical difficulties. We're gonna try and clean it up here real fast. Just give us a couple minutes, a couple seconds, a couple increments of time. It's back
And it's solid, right?
for the moment. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it is not.
I know, it's literally coming loose. I can feel it in my hand whenever I get the pressure off.
Tell me, man, that duct tape is a miracle worker.
How's it now?
I mean, no.
What's happening?
Were you whistling, Shady? Were you listening to the stream? Were you listening to?
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. Nothing. We're just we got a loose
Back
connection.
up there now, huh?
Yeah.
It will literally like unloosen itself.
Yeah.
After I tighten it, it comes loose inside of 2 minutes and starts blinking out.
You don't have any. See, this is the thing. We can't have any cords on top. Not at all. Like this cord being on top of there, you can't have that. Anything touching this cord at all is bad. Where are we at?
It's solid from you.
All right. What do you sound like?
Sound like a couple of winners.
I hear it.
Fuck.
All right. You look good enough now.
Trying, boss.
Yeah, you guys handle it. I mean, we got a great table.
I lost that one
Yeah.
for like half a minute.
Yeah.
Because the red light on it went out, so I just tightened everything up again and
Yeah.
put it back.
That's all you can do. I mean, unfortunately, we got a lot of traffic up here now between us and the other show. So I would love it if they had their own equipment.
We should put some. Now you are.
Okay, no, there's audio. We're back just in time. We got the big boss helping us with some of our technical issues.
Just in time for a break.
Oh, is it the break?
It
is. Gary was eliminated on that last all-in. Sorry about that, Rebel. We were working on some stuff, trying to fix that blinky issue. And then there were 6. 2 away for the money, just in time for the break, so we want to thank everybody for hanging out with us, and while the players take a little break, so shall we. A 10-minute player break. They're going to color up the chips, and we'll be back with more of our $150 buy-in, 3K guarantee PLO final table. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for hanging in there with us. We are back to live-ish final table action. Six-handed right now. We are paying our top 4 spots. All right, Bruce popping it up with his 10s. Queen 4, pair of 10s, hearts. Apparently he's all in for that amount. It's around to Jeremy with a suited ace-10. Yeah, the all-in button was out there. I'm not sure why. Now Bruce is all in. Bruce is ahead with his 10s over the 9s. Jeremy's got to catch a card. Any ace, any 9, any 3. Turn card, a 5 of clubs. More outs for Jeremy with his nut flush draw. And river card, a 3. Jeremy catches 2 pair, and the good doctor, Bruce, is eliminated in 6th place. All right, one more from the money. As stated before, we are paying our top 4. And while we got you here, the PBKC Dinner and a Show series continues tomorrow, March 14th, with Splish Splash, the music of Bobby Darin, starring Ron Gartner. Doors open at 6:30. Show starts at 8. For tickets, visit pbkennelclub.com or call 561-683-2222, extension 140. And March 21st, we're also going to have the Pure Zeppelin Experience, the Led Zeppelin tribute. That's March 21st. And on April 11th, Simply Tina, the Ultimate Tina Turner tribute. That is on April 11th. pbkennelclub.com for tickets and info. More deuces. They keep coming to torment me. Jeremy with A's, Fredo with K's. Fredo making it 28 to go with his kings, as well as a suited king. Jeremy looks a bit puzzled by that, but only at first. Snap fold by nobody, and then Fredo is all in. So we're going to see this run out. Fredo's kings against Jeremy's aces. Also some diamonds and a little jack-9 straight cards for Jeremy. And there's the flop. Fredo is drawing to the case king and nothing else. River card. Well, that's not the case king. So Jeremy's aces will stand. Fredo is eliminated in 5th place. And unfortunately for him, 5th place has no money. And then there were 4. You see the payouts before you?
I see them.
So the good doctor and Fredo eliminated in back-to-back hands.
Oh, no. Well, you never tell anybody outside of the family what you're thinking.
You broke my heart, Fredo.
Trevor's a bit of a short stack at this table, but, you know, it's PLO. Anything can happen. What do we got? Blinds?
And probably will.
3-6, it looks
366, so 15K in orbit, so a little less than 4 orbits for Trevor.
Trevor's going to call here and
It's gonna
see
be
a
time
flop.
to make a move soon.
Yeah.
10s and 7s for nobody.
Did Mike fold his big blind? That's weird.
Nobody with the flush draw.
Nobody knows
Yeah, he
but
does.
Jesus. Oh,
Turn
he does have
card.
cards. Mike does have cards.
Yeah.
He's very good at hiding them. Oh, Mike flopped 2 pair and checked it? That's weird.
And there's a yak. And
Queens
Mike,
and deuces are still good.
they're the best.
Nobody could have repped a straight here. He definitely's got the blockers. He could have been betting the whole time, actually, but too many ICM implications, assuming that's something on nobody's mind.
It would be on my mind.
Yeah, but you're somebody.
That's true. I'm
Is it
definitely
4-8?
thinking
Looks
long
like-
and hard
Looks like
about
8
it.
in the middle there. It's got to be 4-8, right? 4-8, 16,
Yeah, 4-8-8 after the break. Also, there's 4 players, not 5.
But even at then, if it's 4-8-8, it should be 20,000 in the middle. That says 24. Oh, well. We'll figure it out. Oh, that's from the previous hand because
Yeah.
the graphics haven't. Well, that makes more sense.
Exactly.
Nobody. I just realized that Trevor's wearing a Xavier Institute for the
Xavier
criminally
School for
insane.
Gifted Youngsters.
He looks like a young Charles Xavier.
You'd have a much bigger chip stack. Charles Xavier can read your mind.
Matt, that's the
It's-
funniest thing you've ever said. I'll be honest.
that
That's-
I've ever said?
Ever
I don't-
that I've ever heard you
Okay.
say. That I've ever heard you say. That was it. Because you're right. He would have a much bigger chip stack. Unless he's playing the long game. He doesn't want to give away the fact that he is a telepath. So, empath? No, both.
Telepath.
Telepath, yeah.
Yeah, but wearing that shirt, it kind of gives it away.
Good point, too. Wow, Mike finally lost a hand. I guess Mike's lost a few hands since, because he had like 320 when I left.
That's how you know Charles Xavier is a fictitious character. Because if I could read minds, you just betcha I'd be taking down the main event every year.
You wouldn't use your powers for more good than that? You would just be winning
I would
poker
use my
tournaments?
powers for good, but you know,
You would be
for 10 days out of the year, I'd be playing the main event.
Screw the main event and just go right to the Triton events.
then I would fight evil the rest of the year.
Gotcha. Well, at least you divide your time evenly.
Like, Professor,
Dude, this-
Magneto's attacking. I'm like, I'm in a hand right now. You got to go away.
This is the second hand in a row. Nobody has 2 pair. Tell you what, if he was playing props, he'd be rich. You know how hard it is to get 2 pairs in back-to-back hands?
I don't know the math.
It's
Exactly,
It's
but
got to be like
it's
100,000 to 1.
Really slim.
Everybody's got a playable hand. Playable being
And
relative. but
nobody's hand is pretty dead. There's 1-4 left. The 10s are dead.
And he's still out front somehow. His outs are dead, but his hand is still good until
there's still a 4 left. So if he can hit that case 4, he'll have a boat.
Jeremy open-ended. Trevor
card.
with the jack. 6 helps nobody. Trevor's good.
Jacks and 9s with a 10. That was a really smooth stealth check by Jeremy, even if it was out of turn. Did you see what he did with his finger? He just kind of curled it and went boop.
You know how many times that happens at the table, like at a cash game, and then someone says, I didn't check.
didn't
and it's
check,
like,
yeah.
well, no, you did. You actually did. So we're going to count that as a check, and you need to watch yourself, buddy. Friend, pal, guy, dude, bro. Sir.
My favorite is when they do that, and then 3 people check behind them, and then, no,
Then-
I wanted
then-
to
then
bet.
they
And I
wait.
was like, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I didn't mean to. You call that a check? I didn't mean to. I'm like, well, that may be true, but you waited until 3 people acted before you said something. So,
Yep.
no.
Yep.
Even if it was an accident. At that point, I don't care.
Agreed.
If you just did it and then you weren't thinking and then nobody acted, well, depending on how egregious it was, maybe I let it slide.
Yeah, but you can't find out what the rest of the table's going to do and then say it was a.
Right, exactly.
Okay, Mike.
Folded that with
That's-
more than a hint of disgust.
That's allowed, I guess.
Like,
I mean, not the worst hand ever, but okay.
especially four-handed. I'm like, you
Yeah.
know, some of those questionable hands become a little more palatable four-handed.
He would have been even more disgusted on that flop.
Yeah, you would.
Nobody knows
Upgrade.
the trouble I
Forget kings and fives. It's kings and sevens now.
Nobody knows but Jesus.
Now we're going to look at this mystery hand, kind of. I can't really see it too well.
Jeremy doesn't like putting his cards in the box. Just, oh no, we were doing so well. Darkness. Wow,
A's versus K's again.
Trevor has what we call a monster. Double suited aces with middling connected cards.
Or Monster, for those of us joining us from Boston.
Monster. Wow. Jeremy just calling. Four-handed with kings. Okay. Do you like any flop that doesn't have a king in it? The answer is yes. You have an
Ooh,
open-ended straight flush draw.
diamonds, yeah.
Yes, that is the answer.
Fight.
Jeremy's making sure he has the open-ended straight flush draw and the overpair.
Yeah, he's
and
just
he
double
says call.
checking. He says, I think I
I mean,
got
we're
it.
you're never folding this, right? That's a monster. Open-ended straight flush draw, and an overpair. What are we waiting on? Let's go. Get it in. People got things to do.
Oh, he didn't go all in. Okay. He's got like, what, 10K, 12K behind him? That's a very puzzling bet. I mean, I would be scratching my head.
No, he bet the pot. That's all I can bet.
Okay, that's, whoops. Because I thought he went all in, and maybe he did.
Right.
He's like,
He-
wait,
he
that
might
bet
have,
exceeded
but-
the pot.
Right.
But I'm definitely calling.
Yeah.
If I have, if I have his hand.
Oh, these hands play themselves, especially on that flop.
Okay, so a repot and an all-in call, I'm guessing.
Jeremy just has the world here. Any four, any diamond, any nine, any king.
13 outs.
Nope, no bink there.
Ooh.
Bink on the river? No bink. Wow, what a
Oh,
clean
wow, the
run out.
aces hold, and Trevor jumps from 80 to 236K. And he was the shortest stack. And you just said, short-handed PLO, anything can happen. And, well, I think it just did. Yeah, I keep thinking. I didn't think he had enough to cover the pot. That's why I thought he was all in and was holding at 12 behind. But no, the pot was only 76K at that point.
Poor Jeremy. He's like, that is the world. That's flopping the world without actually flopping the world.
How?
And you might even think the kings are good. I mean,
That's like falling out of a boat and somehow missing the water.
Yeah. Yeah. That's his posture will tell you. At least he's got a smile on his face. It's funny. I never see this guy smile except when he loses the hand, apparently. Because like even when he's like stacked up, buddy never smiles.
That's wild.
You
just fall out of the boat, and I'm like, where'd that reef come from, man? How? How'd that happen? I didn't even see
Where did
it.
that field come from? Wow. It's kind of crazy that you get lucky with aces. You somehow get lucky to win the hand, even though you have the best hand. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Nobody not only not called, he's making a call on his phone, which he shouldn't have over the rail.
Agreed. Somebody yell at that guy. Something tells me he wouldn't care, but still yell at him. Mike still with just the overpair. Trevor is stacking chips and betting at the same time. He likes that flop more.
Yeah, that's a little intimidating.
Yeah,
Not
no,
gonna lie.
I'm folding. Yeah, Mike sees the same thing. He's like, okay.
Right. It's like he glimpsed at his cards and is still stacking chips and just throws it. I'm like, damn,
Yep.
bro.
Yep.
I must be crazy behind.
Yes, sir.
Nobody didn't even put his cards in the box before folding in disgust.
I'm disgusted at the fact that he didn't put his cards in the box before folding.
So there's disgust all around.
Yeah. Disgust breeds disgust. Mike, you should be raising here. If you're gonna call, just raise.
Yeah, it's
you're just hoping to set mine three-handed. I mean, come on, let's do some things here. Let's promote fear. Again, everyone checks you. Just get it in. Let's go.
fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate.
See, you know. Again, Mike's just actually turning a good hand and then actually hits the nuts.
Hits the straight.
Hits
Wow.
the straight, but yeah, still. Should have been betting this the whole time.
You don't know what Jeremy has.
Right.
Yeah, there could be clubs under there,
No,
but
it's
I really
100%.
kind of doubt it.
No, 100% that's clubs. If he's
Wow,
betting
well,
here, it's 100%. I'm telling you, it's 100%.
Yeah, he bet
has a
then.
flush.
I'm like, okay, I find it more believable now.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Looks like
It's only the
queen?
second nuts. Only the second nuts.
Flush for the queen, it looks like.
Yeah. That's never a bluff, ever. Out of Jeremy, anyway.
I spoke too soon. I thought because it was checked so fast, and I thought he was going to check back, and then the bet came, and I'm like, oh, well, maybe he does have clubs.
Yep. But had Mike played that differently, had he taken the role of aggressor, pre-flop, flop, turn, he wins everywhere.
Got any news? Yeah, we're done.
Say it with a smile, though. All right, I'll take it.
So that would put us at about 5 o'clock.
Yep. Your math is correct.
As it almost always is. Unlike my hand reading, which I wish was as reliable as my math.
Brutal, sir. Brutal.
Brutality.
I was trying to find a spot on the table. Where should you show it?
And the stacks of cash. Yeah.
Nobody with kingas. Good to be the king. I'm sorry, did he just call? Did I see that? No, 24K. Okay,
No,
that was a
he's-
rich hit. I
he's
was going to say,
definitely not.
I know that cannot have been right. with that hand.
Later, buddy. Wow. What a defense.
2 pair against the Kingas.
Not only 2 pair, but top 2 pair. He's going to go ahead and trap his opponent, maybe.
It's a trap.
Nobody knows now that he has 2 pair.
Yep.
Later,
He's
fella.
looking for a king or a 4. 4 for 2 better pair.
Wow.
That's an ace. River card.
No
a
bink.
Tray.
No bink.
Jeremy doubles up, knocking nobody down to 60K.
Well, he had to have knocked somebody down.
My broadcast partner very strategically positioned just out of arm's reach,
I didn't want to get slapped then.
so I can't backhand him for his
Appreciate it.
very bad joke.
It wasn't very bad. It was just kind of bad.
What's the difference? Because I make bad jokes all the time, and if I got backhanded, I'd been like, all right, okay, I deserve that one.
I didn't want you to be the only one. I didn't want you to
wanted
be
me?
the only
Okay,
one.
so I don't have to feel so bad about all the
Yeah.
bad jokes? Okay,
Yeah.
that's nice of you.
Bad jokes are dad jokes. Dad jokes are bad jokes. That's not even a joke. That's just,
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's weird.
yeah.
It's
I'm
so
sorry.
weird.
I'm sorry.
Never made a dad joke in my life.
That is not
Before, no, there's
Oh,
more.
before-
I said before
before
I
you-
had a kid, and I don't know.
Gotcha.
It's just something in your DNA that just clicks. I don't know what it is. And then the first time I cracked a dad joke and then immediately cupped my hands over my mouth like, why the hell did I say that? That's so bad. What happened to me? And it's an all-in from nobody. As I find it hard to believe Mike would have raised the 40K and not called just 20 more.
I think you're right, buddy.
So that doesn't make much sense to me.
I think I like Mike's hand just a little bit better here.
Double suited.
Double suited. He's got the
Both
clubs
double
covered.
suited.
Yeah, but Mike's clubs are better. Wow. Just the
Ooh,
nuts.
Just demolished
Just the nuts.
immediately.
Mike has a rap, though. Little PLO joke.
So nobody doubles up. The shortest stack keeps winning the races. And like I said, well, you can win all the races you want, but blinds will get you eventually. All right, we got Jay back in the box. See if he can come in and close this out.
I bet he can.
And that's the thing. We don't even know if they're talking ICM or not because we can't hear the table.
Buddy, I don't think they're talking about anything. I don't see anybody's lips moving.
Right.
There's no conversation here. They're not talking about the weather, politics, or a chop. So,
Just,
let's get that out of our domes.
The phone on the table, no less.
Well, he's nobody. He can do whatever he wants.
I think nobody's the same guy that refused to give us a name when I did graphics that one time. So we called him Agent 69. And then he saw that, checking out the stream on break. And he's like, hey, I don't like that. And I said, well, you should have given me a name then. Didn't even have to be a real name. It could have been John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
It could have been
whatever.
nobody.
Right, exactly.
That's a pretty good flop for Trevor.
Trip sevens.
Jeremy has a niente. Well, it picks up a queen, though. It is the queen of clubs, though, so that still might kill little Trevor's action a little bit.
5 of spades.
Sevens are
on
going to
the
stay good.
ends. 3 sevens.
Brings in a straight. It's flush.
Little feeler bet there.
Trevor's pretty sure his hand is good here, and he's correct.
He wants to get a little action for it if he can.
Jeremy's going to call, but only because he has a lot of chips. I can't imagine he thinks he's good here.
Paying for the information, eh?
I mean, I don't even know if it's that. I think he just has a lot of chips and just doesn't care. And besides, what was it, 15? So he's getting 5 to 1 on a call. I mean, I get it, but usually those are calls that people want you to make. So it's like,
I always saw it as an info call, like, okay, show me the 7.
yeah,
Yep, he's got the 7.
yeah, but the bet's almost telling you that. It's like,
Right.
Is he ever
Oh,
betting
it's
with
definitely a value bet.
right? That's what I'm saying. If it's not a 7, it's a straight. If it's not a straight, it's a flush.
It's like-
It's never queen jack.
It's like I got my trips. I wanna make a little money on it.
The only thing he beats there is a bluff or queen jack, and it's never one of those things for 15K. If he's trying to bluff, he's going for the full pot.
Full
you know?
Monty.
Yeah, so. Nobody back up to a healthy 140, and just going to call here. Four-handed with ace-queen suited. No, sir, I don't like it.
Okay, there, Muddy Mud Skipper.
Thanks. You get
Didn't
most
think
of
I went
them.
all the way back. Yeah.
You get most of them.
Yeah.
Oh, just another king for Trev.
Good to be the king.
Trevor said, yeah, I'll put out another value bet. No big deal. Jeremy's like, oh, I might pay off another value bet. No, I already made that mistake once.
He's like, yeah, I've seen this episode before. It's a rerun. And I know how it ends. It ends with me giving chips away to the guy with trips. 4 players, 3 in the danger zone.
This guy's over here playing Words with Friends while he's in the Final Four of a major PLO tournament.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
Something we shouldn't be doing. Because with the phone at the rail.
Nobody knows the trouble I've been through. Nobody
That hand is
knows
Charles Barkley tourable.
but Jesus.
Yeah, well, nobody woke up with queens in the big blind.
I guarantee you he doesn't bet it, though. Why would he? It's only queens, four-handed.
To the flop.
Nobody now has queens still and a gutter ball. Jeremy does have some outs, though, because he flops a pair. And he has lots of outs to a 2-pair and the same gutter ball. Yeah, let's call. I like it. Little backdoor flush draw to boot. Ooh,
Not no mo.
But the backdoor flush draw goes to nobody. Nobody? Are we going to get a little bet here? Nah, why would we do that?
River card, a Jack o' Hearts. No help to either player.
Oh, Jeremy, I like it. Nobody does have the blockers, but he still only has queens at this point.
Attempted thievery.
Wow.
And he got away with it.
I love it. I love it.
Thievery.
That's the most thievery we've seen at this, actually all day.
Yeah.
Have you seen a bluff, really?
Not till just now. It's because there's no kids at the table. And when there's no meddling kids, you get away with it.
Well, listen, this is what happens when you're distracted with your friends and the words,
Yeah, the words
with them, you know. This is what'll happen.
Cantankerous.
Maybe you should have just potted it with queens pre-flop. Maybe not. I don't know. That was me.
Like how he records his hand 2 cards at a time.
Nobody likes this one, huh?
Friendly
I guess it's
game.
double suited. Huh? That's not terrible, I guess. especially when you flop two
Wow,
pair.
2-pair. We have no idea what Mike has.
It doesn't matter now.
3. Trays full of ducks for nobody.
Oh, let's just check that and let Trevor hit his 7. Oh, he already. Okay, I see. I see.
River
7?
card.
7?
What is it?
7?
What is it? What is it?
7.
We can't see it. Well, it's not a 7.
It's not. No, it is not.
It's a Jack of Hearts. So nobody
Easy game.
getting it with the boat. I mean, it was like one of those mini toy rowboats that you see in, pools, but it was still a boat.
Do you see those often?
No.
Okay.
But I don't play 3 deuce much.
Well, to be fair, you're not nobody. I feel like nobody's like the nickname you would give your horse. You know, like I can just hear these guys in the halls of the kennel club yelling, "Go nobody!
Those
Make the turn, nobody!"
Those horses could have the most clever, funny, pop culture referencing names ever. No one will get it.
Nobody would get it.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying because all I ever hear him yell is
Die
"Come
horse.
on 3,
Die
come
horse."
on 5." They yell numbers. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
dude, they don't know the horses' names. They just
point.
call for numbers.
Good point.
Like if I had a 3 horse, I'd be tempted to be a smartass about it. They're like, "What's the horse's name?" 7. And it would be SEVEN, but he'd be the 3 horse.
That is funny.
And then they would see if anybody gets it. Nobody would get it.
Wow, Trevor's just putting this all in
Ooh.
pre-flop. You got lucky there.
Exceedingly lucky.
He put out that stack before the flop even
Yeah,
came.
he did.
He's basically just telling his opponent, "I have aces." You know, that is wild. Nobody's open-ended, so I get it. But all the clubs are going to stop him from playing. That was a bit of a wrap there.
And
Actually,
then
now that I look at it.
shows the aces.
Weird.
And he's like, "Yeah, dude, I know." Everybody knew.
Yeah, when you bet pot pre-flop and then bet pot again
Yeah.
before the flop comes out,
You're not surprising anyone.
we get it. Oh, back to the words with friends. Back to the words with friends. I feel like that's overstimulation on the game aspect, but oh wow, this is even words with friends. This is a different one. Oh no, that is words with friends. Bro, put your phone away. Where's Trevor?
Thought he was over there in C2.
People say the kids are on their phones too much, but
Can't softball him in like that, buddy.
Trevor with once there.
Yeah,
Oh,
people are
Mike.
on their phones kind of much.
Mike has gone from 300K to 150K by this exact strategy of just calling on the button. And Trevor, I'm shocked, just smooth calls also.
Queen deuce 3. 2 pair for Mike.
Trevor's still 50% because of the gutter ball, and if any of his ace, king, or queen, or ace,
Yeah.
king, or 5 comes, he'll have a better 2 pairs, so. Let's see if this is enough to make a raise. The dealer says it is not,
Nope.
unless he said call, I don't know.
Turn card.
Wow, there it is.
4 of hearts.
That's a bink.
Whoop. There it is, to quote the wisdom of tag team.
It's actually, Mike's lucky that's not like the 4 of clubs, because,
Yeah.
I mean, this looks like a flush. Trevor, you don't have to show him, buddy. He believes you. Please believe me. Please believe
And
me.
when the guy believes you and thinks you have it and he folds, don't reward his good read by showing him he was right. I'm like, I don't want you to have any confidence when I take you out of a pot.
Agreed.
I'm trying to undermine your confidence best I can.
Should we worry about my mental health that I get so triggered that this guy keeps pulling out his phone every time? To
No,
play a
it means
game
you're
during this-
you're a good employee and,
Oh,
and
okay.
you know the procedures and protocols, and you'd like to see them enforced.
You think Mike's finally gonna pot this preflop, or is his hand not good enough?
Might not be good enough.
I do like the fact that he's 2 at a time as well. There we go, Mikey.
Oh, he did. You know why he
There we
did,
go.
right?
Because he short stack.
No, because I said he wouldn't.
Oh, that tracks.
See, if I didn't say anything, he probably would have just called.
That tracks. Well, it looks like Jeremy's gonna come along with a pretty mediocre hand, yeah. Jay's like, you didn't have to do that. Wow, nobody's gonna come along too. These are the ones we're waiting for, huh?
I suppose so.
Let's do it.
We got a couple of short stacks in here with Jeremy, who's the medium stack.
Something tells me nobody does not understand ICM implications, or else we would just fold here.
You're assuming there'll be implications at all. They just might fight to the end with honor.
Nobody has a queen. Is best hand 8s?
Check out Trevor with the chip lead, just sitting over there chilling like,
Yeah, he is.
you guys fight
Yeah,
it
yeah.
out. You know, I'm just over here chilling.
Yes, sir.
And it's all of it from nobody
Nobody's just
with
gonna.
absolutely nothing.
And he's only got like 29K. That's like 25% of the pot.
Mm-hmm. Will he get away with it? Will he get away with it?
Wow.
He done got away with it.
He shows the
And he
bluff.
shows it. Oh.
He says, F you guys. I'm over here playing Words with Friends and taking down pots with nothing.
Trolling par excellence.
Mike is not happy. And who can blame him?
And he's in for just over half his stack just because. I forgot what Trevor had that in. Trevor's like, I should have called. I had the nuts.
It had to be right. Exactly. Exactly.
It's like I could have taken out all three in one hand. Them betting and playing like that.
Well, and from Mike's point of view, it's kind of hard to shove on a flop like that, but you're so short stacked, you just kind of have to get it in because you can't just be stuck there with, what has he got, like 25 in front of him, 25K in front of him. You just got to put it on that flop, and obviously you're probably going to get called, but I don't know. Maybe he doesn't get called. I don't know. I don't know. Stop badgering me, okay?
Wrong UW. What's UW Milwaukee? The Badgers are Madison.
I don't know anymore.
UW Milwaukee is the Panthers because, of course, they are.
Why wouldn't they be?
All right.
Pair of 5s are good from Jeremy.
Sixes.
5s and kings also good.
Kings and 5s are good.
That's what I said. And kings and 8s are going to be the nuts. Poor Mike.
Mike eliminated in 4th place, and that is worth, dang it,
Stick in the eye.
$437, which is way better than a stick in the eye.
You're right.
So Trevor versus Jeremy versus nobody. The old dead small big blind. No value, guys. I'm sure he's saying.
Nobody, if you come back and watch the replay of this stream, I really need you to take to heart that you cannot have your phone on the rail, especially for something as trivial as Words with Friends.
Yeah, like if he was checking like his stocks or something.
Even
seeing,
that.
seeing how his portfolio's doing.
Eh.
Like they rang the final bell up there at the stock exchange, right? It's not going to change. They wrap up at 4, right? I think. It's when they do the final bell.
Trevor's got a pretty good hand. Double suited 4, 5, 6, and that's pretty good flop. Can we check that, please?
Yeah.
Just check that, Trevor. Oh wow, Jeremy just giving up.
Straight, the flush draw.
Wow, Jeremy picks up trips.
What?
Wow.
There's
That
gonna
is
be
a
some hurt
cooler.
feelings
That
here.
is a super cooler right there.
Six of hearts for maximum pain.
Jeremy just realized he stepped into it.
I want the pain.
Jeremy's dead to a 7 or a queen or a 10. Wow, what a cooler turn. Yep.
And it's a 4.
That's going to do it for Jeremy out in third. Jeremy, don't sit back down, but it's not a full house. No, it's not a full house, buddy.
It isn't.
He'll get there. He'll get there.
If he could play one card, it would be.
Now he's getting it.
This is not Hold'em. This is Omaha. You must use 2.
Yeah.
And your 2 are Queen 7.
They are.
And then there were 2. Jeremy out in third place, $655.
Wow, Trevor's got
Can't hear what he's saying, but
he's got him outchipped 4-1 here.
yeah, I don't think we're chopping at 4-1.
Is it $600 difference? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that ICM wouldn't be too much different. It would probably be closer to like 1,800 and 1,500, which still wouldn't be bad for either player, really. Anything can happen in Omaha, but nobody's only got 14 bigs. Trevor has. Oh, it's right there. 81% of the. I'm trying to do the math. I'm like 4-1. He's got 4-1 chip lead. Well, looks like they're talking about a chop now, but it's too late. The hand's already been dealt. Trevor says, I like my hand. Let's just get it all in. Trevor's just going to run this guy over. Pretty good ROI on a $150 tournament. First place, $1,900.
Indeed. That is a 13-1 chip up, 9-1 chip up for second. Or not chip up, but ROI. Trevor's just going to check this time.
Well, Trevor's got 2 pair and nobody with an open ender. Now he's got the straight. And a backdoor flush draw that he does not need. Miracle 8.
10 or an 8.
Wow. This game's gross.
Wow.
This is a sick game.
Filthy.
This is a sick game.
Filthy.
That's got to do it, right? I don't think nobody can fold here. Nah. There's no way we're folding. Even though it looks like he has a boat, there's no way we're folding this. You're gonna break your glasses, buddy. Yeah. Tough spot there, nobody.
All of it. Calling it. Dun, 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 dun. You're going to need a bigger boat. So, no chop. Fought with honor. So, nobody. Well, I think he's somebody tonight. $1,311 in second place. And Trevor, our winner and champion, $1,967. Let's get it back on here. 1967, the amount of money Trevor's won, and the last time the Leafs won the cup. Of course, I brought all kinds of bad juju on the Panthers tonight, I'm sure.
No, they're definitely going to lose now.
All right, that's going to do it for us here at PBKC. Thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like, follow, and subscribe button, as well as the notification bell, so you can be notified when we go live-ish. Catch our live stream tomorrow, the $130 buy-in 5K guarantee. Same bat time, same bat channel. Wait, that's not right. At about 4 o'clock-ish.
Yeah, no, it's totally different bat time.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
Same bat channel.
Same bat channel,
different
though.
bat time.
Right,
yeah.
right. So thanks, everybody, for tuning in. On behalf of our production crew, Trevor, James.
Rob. And our guy, That's All Josh, coming through, fixing
yes,
up blackouts.
With the
Appreciate
visual. So for Terry and myself, thanks for tuning in, and good night from the Action Palace at PBKC.